In January of 2025, I got an email from a local nonprofit bike shop called Franklinton Cycle Works, asking if I could paint them a mural. And of course, I said yes. Franklinton Cycle Works is a non-profit bike shop that focuses on community. They believe that everyone and every interaction is valuable. They build bikes and relationships with the community by bringing everyone together in their space. It's a place of co-working and co-learning, and they're building towards more connected and empowered individuals, along with a more vibrant neighborhood. I was overjoyed because this was the first time a company has reached out to me to make a mural for them. I met with the marketing director of the shop to go over what they wanted for the mural. They had a pretty clear idea of what they wanted, which was a map of the Columbus bike paths and icons of well-known spots. I got to work on a sketch and sent it off. After receiving their feedback, I made the updates to the design and made sure it was to their liking. Once I finalized the design, I bought the paint I needed and got started on the mural. The first day, I only had a few hours to get started before I had to go to my next event of the day. So I primarily focused on getting the bottom part of the map sketched and painted. I didn't record myself talking while making this mural like I normally do because it was right along a busy street and it was pretty windy the entire time I worked on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly different format of video that I'm making. On the second day, I had more time to work on the mural, so I continued to work on the lower half of the mural, focusing on getting the basic forms painted. This was the biggest mural I've ever done, and there were definitely some learning curves. Mapping everything out with chalk wasn't terrible, but it was definitely time consuming. So if I were to do it again, I probably would have tried it and done a projector and get everything mapped out on the first day. On day 3, I started to sketch the details of the icons that I had painted, and started to add the names of the paths. It was a very windy day this day, and every time the wind blew, there was glitter that came raining down from the roof of the building, and it got everywhere. As you can see, it was on my arm, I had some in my hair, it was all over the ground, and it was in my paint too. It was just crazy amount of glitter. I graduated from there last year, so. On day 4, I started going higher up on the mural, getting all the icons sketched out, adding more rivers and paths, and going over some of the details of the lower part. As I got further up the mural, the more I would go up and down the ladder, and I didn't realize how much of a workout it was until the next day when I could barely walk because of how sore my legs were. On day 5, I focused on painting the icons up top and going over the details on the bottom icons.
Through the night and morning, when the rain is pouring, you're the one I'm calling. You're my escape from my darkest days. And when the sun is shining, you know we out here riding.
The weather kept going back and forth on the days that I worked. It would be super sunny one day and then super cloudy another. There were even a couple times where I had to keep an eye on the weather so I didn't get rained on. And there was even a day that I had to leave early because it was starting to sprinkle, and then it eventually started to storm. On day 6, I added some more names to the paths, added the names of all the icons, and added in the details of the icons further up. While this wasn't the windiest day, there were definitely still a couple gusts that had me holding on to the ladder for dear life. On day 7, I decided to make the bike paths a little bit thicker just because it felt like they were getting lost along with the streets and the rivers. I added the rest of the icons at the top, and I added some final details to the rest of the icons. On day 8, I had rented scaffolding from Home Depot in order to comfortably paint the words at the top of the mural. It was only the second time I've used scaffolding and the first time assembling it. So it definitely took some getting used to being that high up, but I did eventually get used to it and was able to crank out those letters. was very tricky getting solid lines on brick texture. I ended up using a bigger brush to get the base coat on, and then I used a smaller brush to make the edges more crisp and to fill in any gaps. I loved being able to connect with the community members while painting this mural. It really felt like I was making a difference, and it was an amazing feeling to have. And I'm glad that my art is able to bring smiles to people's faces when they walk around this community. The final day, I added an anti-graffiti coat to it. The whole time I was painting this mural, people kept complimenting me and having small conversations with me.
It looks good. Thank you for doing that. Thank you very much.
Now, before I reveal the final mural, I want to show you guys the other amazing artist that was working on another wall for this same nonprofit. This is Sam. He's an artist that's also based in Columbus and primarily does graffiti style art. The mural he painted for Franklinton Cycle Works is titled Community, and it captures the essence of the unique and diverse community that this shop is a part of. He is an amazing artist and person, and I would highly recommend you go check him out. I did include all the links to his work in this description, so go check it out. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. If you aren't already, then please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. And it's free for you guys. And you get to see some cool art. I am so glad that I was able to paint this mural for the amazing nonprofit that Franklinton Cycle Works is. I have included a link to their website, so if you're able to, go donate to their organization. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.